everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Urban legends, missing heaven, hookman coming for you, missing 15 minutes. Mothman's flying at you, missing 15 minutes.
Welcome to Mything 15 Minutes, where cemeteries don't always stay quiet and the dead sometimes overstay their welcome. Are we trying to be creepy now?
I'm trying out new things to start us off, I'll be honest. This and the last one I gave a little bit of a ooh.
Okay, that ain't happening.
I know.
I'm Sam Rossi, and I'm reading a script written by A.J. Carey.
Hi.
Who looks like he stayed up for the last couple of days. I'm sure he's not a vampire.
I want to suck. Oh, hello, kitties.
Tonight we cross the pond to one of England's most beautiful and most haunted burial grounds, Highgate Cemetery. Victorian elegance by day, vampire hunting ground by night. Built in 1839, Highgate Cemetery was meant to solve London's overpopulation of the dead. It became a resting place for poets, philosophers, and the wealthy elite. But by the 1960s, it had become something else entirely. Overgrown, decaying, and according to some, crawling with the undead. Enter the Highgate Vampire.
Dun dun dun!
Some say overly dramatic British Goths, while others say supernatural warfare. In 1969, a man named David Farrant wrote to the local newspaper claiming he's seen a tall, dark figure with glowing red eyes staring at him through the cemetery gates. Not long after, another man, Sean Manchester, a self-proclaimed exorcist, claimed the figure was a king vampire, an undead noble from Eastern Europe buried in Highgate in the 18th century and revived by modern satanic rituals.
Don't look at me like that. That's what he reported.
Basically, Dracula had decided to make his home in North London.
In fairness, it's a very beautiful cemetery.
Oh, it's
if
gorgeous
I
up
was
there.
undead, I would totally choose it as my final haunt.
Me too. Suddenly, the story exploded. TV appearances, newspaper debates, even dueling vampire hunters. On March 13, 1970, hundreds of curious Londoners, along with occultists and amateur hunters, stormed the cemetery in what can only be described as a supernatural manhunt. Or a vampire flash mob. Take your pick. There were reports of coffins being broken open, wooden stakes driven into corpses, even bodies pulled from tombs and desecrated. Farrant was arrested for trespassing with a crucifix and a wooden stake. Manchester, meanwhile, claimed he tracked down a vampire, performed an exorcism, and later staked, beheaded, and burned it in a secret ritual. Yep, this is where we're at. The rivalry between Farrant and Manchester is pretty solidified over the years, with both telling vastly different stories and slandering the other. That is until Farrant's death in 2019. Basically, it was a turf war between two amateur ghostbusters who thought they were the chosen one. Now, we all know that Christy Swanson, or Sarah Michelle Gellar, or Bianca Lawson, or Eliza Dushku, or anyone in season 7, or Ryan Kieran Armstrong in the upcoming reboot. Oh, where was I? Oh, right. Visitors still report shadow figures, cold spots, and feeling of being watched. A tall, dark shape is said to still drift between the grave sites, especially near the tombs in the Circle of Lebanon.
It's also a really cool looking spot.
And every now and then a strange red glint in the dark. This cemetery seems to have everything except peace and quiet.
Like I said, this one's just fun.
This one is interesting.
Now, haunted cemeteries are nothing new.
No.
But what I find interesting, though, is while there were reports of it being haunted or slightly creepy, one, it's a fucking cemetery.
They're creepy.
Especially day or night, especially if you're in there alone or even with just one other person. It can be wicked creepy. I mean, we've gone cemetery hopping. We've gone grave hopping with Mom before for her genealogy stuff.
Yep.
And we've seen bland cemeteries. We've seen really freaking creepy ones.
Yeah. Ryan and I went on a freaking... I don't even know where we were. We got lost in, I think, Herkimer County. Literally got lost. And we found a cemetery on a side road. Really beautiful. I think I have pictures of it still. And Sierra refused to go in it.
I mean, to be fair, so would I.
Yeah, but it was really cool, well maintained. It wasn't like Star Hill.
No, I get what you mean. But that's sort of where one of those, where it's like, the Boonville Cemetery.
The one up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, it's kind of pretty.
It's gorgeous up there.
It's fucking creepy, though, after dark.
Oh, yeah, that's just, I do follow the superstition of don't go into the cemetery after dark.
Yeah.
I don't go to the cemetery twice in the same day. There are certain, things that I find superstitious still.
You cross yourself every time you...
I cross myself every time so that, it's an homage to two things. To acknowledge that there's people dead there. And Andrea used to do it. I don't know why that's the one I picked up from her, but that's what I picked up from her.
Hey, we all have our things. I find it interesting, fascinating, Highgate specifically. One, it is beautiful. Two, the Hammer horror, like the Universal horror, like a lot of horror films, especially in the 1960s when suddenly the Highgate Vampire became a thing. It happened right around the Satanic Panic, as well as this rise in horror movies, as well as just hippies in general.
Right.
Everyone was going into the New Age spiritualism, and you saw it evolve from just being, wow, this is creepy, to
Right.
There's clearly a malevolent demon possessing the fucking place, where you have, and I love the story of dueling vampire hunters in the area.
Yeah, that kind of, it does give that Buffy feel. Especially when Buffy dies in season 1. Spoiler! And Bianca Lawson comes through as Kendra.
Wow, you remembered?
And, they were dueling. They ended up meeting up in the cemetery and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think that was them.
That's a weird parallel. I'm assuming that's the edibles talking.
Probably, but...
I get what you mean, though. It's very almost cinematic in a way. Like,
yeah.
It's very much we're telling a story, so clearly this guy has to have a rival.
Right.
And and every time they retold the story, it would one-up each other,
Right. Here's a good one. Using the Buffy thing still. Buffy against the Initiative.
Not really, I mean...
Well, they were dueling, they were hunting, similar things.
Yeah, but one was a government organization.
But you understand what I'm saying? In the basic thing, they were rivals.
Yes. In the most basic sense, so was Tanya Hardy. That is actually more apt than...
No! Did these guys have an ex-husband that decided that he needed to gamble on his ex-wife and make it so that she would win?
I don't know. I didn't look that deep into their lives.
It's always been interesting to me because 90s figure skating was peak of the figure skating world.
But anyways, so I enjoy seeing the escalation to now there's almost a cinematic quality to,
Yes.
all these things converge. So clearly it has to be Highgate, you know what I mean?
Right.
And not to mention ghost stories and gaslight stories of the era, or not of the era, but, were always prevalent in London.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Dickens is famous for all his fucking phantasmagoria.
True.
A lot of people forget that A Christmas Carol is actually a ghost story. But you also had a lot of shysters in. So there's always been an edge to London that I think a lot of people, especially in America, really give to it towards the occult and the macabre.
Right.
So I think it's just part of that, American sense of, it's the old land. Not the old land, just old.
I gotcha.
So seeing, two people being like, yeah, I killed me a vampire. Apparently that's my British accent right now. Which is apparently drunk Australian.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'll just do my Dick Van Dyke. What's the Highgate Vampire? But anyways, now that I've pissed off everyone ever.
Well, let's see. Who listens to us in England? Might be James and Fraser.
Oops.
No,
I can 100% say that I do a terrible English accent. And which is why no one should ever listen to the episode of Retrostatic Radio, the ABC Murders.
I like the accent you used, but you know what my favorite episode of Retrostatic Radio is?
What's that?
Where Zach is unhinged as the dude in the locked room murders.
The locked room murder is actually one of my favorites too, because it's the first time that I also feel that Zach really went for it.
Oh yeah, he totally went for it and he nailed it. But it's my favorite. That has to be one of my top 5 favorites.
Oh, easily. But anyways, point is, I thought the Highgate Cemetery was a nice fun one, especially since over on Killing, there's no fun to be had.
No. But we should be. I believe that yesterday will air. Well, when this airs, it'll be yesterday. We will be having me back on the writing script.
And I will be so happy about it.
Yeah, I make this shit look easy. I'm Sam Rossi.
And I'm AJ Carey.
Later, y'all.
Missing 15.
Keep on carrying on.
CARE.
Because Carry On Production.